Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. Let me be your white rabbit for the night, and let me lead you down a rabbit hole that is the OpenRA team game community. This is gonna be an awesome one, buckle up, buckaroos. We are in for a wild ride, so strap yourselves in, make yourself comfy. This is gonna be something that's got sent to me by Mr. Who Cares, like none other than the personified deity of chaos and randomness currently in the OpenRA community. And it is a 2v2 between 4 very distinguished players on the Western Fronts, spawning as Russia and as France respectively. We've got the dynamic duo of Mr. Happy as his Smurf name Clockwork, and Mr. PointOne as his Smurf name Point.1. That is gonna be the dynamic duo only held together by their iron will to win team games. Nothing else, I think. There's been some beef between them, but that's fine. And on the right-hand side, we've got an up-and-coming team player, probably the shooting star out of all the team players. Not so much in the 1v1 scene, but team games are definitely his forte. It is Mr. Ofris, and he's gonna be, or a COF right here, and he's gonna be teaming up with none other than Widow, another popular figure in a team game scene, like 2v2 competitive team game scene. So this is promising to be a very, very good game. The map is gonna be Agenda, and the eco-rich version, the 2v2, very legit. So nice dog micro thus far from Ofris, getting his dog into position just perfectly, basically routing the forces of Happy and PointOne in a 1v2. That is pretty impressive, and that gives just gives Widow some leeway to take up or macro up or whatever the plan is here. Awesome stuff. So War Factory Rush, Rack Skip. No, Rack Skip. For Mr. Robin Hood. He's gonna be, yeah. Is that actually reversed Robin Hood? I think he might actually take from the poor and give to himself. Depleting the map of ore here. Alrighty, light tank out. Light tank rush. I don't know, in a team game it always strikes me as a bit of a weird decision, because your opponents are, like, if someone goes double ref, he's gonna have rockets at that time. So it's basically useless. Oh, it didn't enter the factions either. This is Germany for Widow, and Ofris spawning as Ukraine. Oh, so we've got no mirrored factions, and both have, both teams have all their factions. Both teams have both the factions, but not the same sub-factions, if I'm trying to get it. Pretty awesome. So a nice and diverse composition here. The light tank actually finds some really good use there. Already pushing... Ooh, the dog may be a bit too aggressive, but already pushing back lots of forces. That was too aggressive, but that's fine. That's fine. He really traded up there. And there's another light tank in the wings. Just waiting, biding his time. Okay, so what was Happy's build there? I feel like Happy's somewhat behind. What did he go for? He's going triple ref now, like third ref out plus a War Factory. So probably just hard macro. That might be the reason for why he doesn't have an army at the time present. Agenda, always a cool map. Just promises so much early game action with lots of skirmishes, simply due to the nature of the map, due to the fact that there are like 4 cap troubles or 5 cap troubles in the middle. And oh, this ridge got removed for the 2v2 version. So I guess it's not as cramped then as the 1v1 version. There's already an MCV out, the classic 4-minute or 3-minute 50 timing. That is really sick. And is that gonna be mass light tanks for PointOne? Mass light tanks, you know, in theory they're supposed to be radar units, so that's a pretty noble endeavor. It just never really pans out that way. The APC from Ofris, I really gotta say, his vehicle micro has been on point thus far. Like, vehicles and dogs. I count dogs towards vehicles. Don't ask why. It's just because they have the same type of delicate micro where sometimes you just don't want to get them into the wrong position. With infantry, basically, you just have to get them into position. With vehicles and dogs, however, you need to inch your way forward and, like, use the line of sight. Line of sight enhancements there. Okay, the light tank just routing some infantry. That's just a couple scouts being chased away. And the left side, bottom left Derrick got taken away by... Oh, that's unlucky though. That's very unlucky. PointOne's light tank run by didn't find anything of value whatsoever. He does sniff out the gem mine though, probably. Misses the MCV. Yeah, but sees that there's something in the wings. He should block the refinery. It's honestly worth it. Sacking your light tank, you're gonna lose it anyway. But if you park on the pad, it's super useful because it's 30 seconds of denied mining time, and on a gem mine that all stacks up quite nicely. I'm so used to having the zoom feature in the bleed version of OpenRA, so right now this is not the bleed, this is just a regular release. By the way, new release is coming out soon. I'm working on a patch Spotlight right now, and honestly, the main selling point for me is the seamless zooming. It's such an amazing feature. I really can't recommend that high enough, or I can't commend the devs highly enough for implementing this. Ofris' forces are being a bit scattered about here, and Widow doesn't yet have a force to speak of. He went mine layer, which is pretty cool. I honestly would... This is not the most likely attack vector. I would rather maybe deny this here, or maybe deny this vector. Also, the refiner in the middle on Agenda 2v2 has never really been claimed successfully by anyone just yet, as far as I've watched the team games. Okay, first tank. Feeding itself into the meat grinder there, not getting too much done. And that is gonna rout the forces of PointOne, it's gonna push him back a bit. Tier 2 is now unlocked. Ofris with the V2 rush. This might come in handy. Alright, Ofris shaving off some derricks. That is very good. And the V2 is gonna have such an impact. Oh, if he gets a good hit in. You know what? Line of sight. He should actually send it in right now. He's got it on hold fire apparently. But he could have gotten such a great hit there. Just missing his opportunity by a second. Lining it up, trying to look. Yeah. He's trying to scout for it. Oh, gets punished in the range of a Tesla coil. That is a dead heavy tank. Ouch. But that's probably honestly around the same value as a heavy tank. Jeez. Bottom side. Where's... Oh, wow. The hospital actually providing some scouting information. Just collecting the receipts here of this infantry dispatch. They got their medication, but at a premium. Ooh. V2 rocket launches in peril. And 3 heavy tanks. That's just nothing to take lightly, because 3 heavy tanks just burst anything. Lining up the yak, but it's empty. A bit too ambitious. Didn't get the crash in. So he needs to wait for another yak, basically refueling. But 3 V2s, that is very lethal. If he ever gets that. Happy is preparing a big concave. So he's moving out with his tanks, splitting up his forces now, going for a 1-2 army. Radar Dome out for him now as well. The mine belt is starting to grow. That's what I love about team games. Really good concave thus far from Rob Hood, aka Widow. And he also has the artillery in the back lines, but so many mediums. No, they still can't engage into this. There's just too much firepower, too many rockets. And, oh, that's gonna hit the nasty timing though. The refineries of Ofris completely unprotected as of yet. Well, the light tanks, the medium tanks connecting onto the infantry. Oh my lord! That was Value Town from the Yaks there. This is something that got introduced with the latest patch, and this is just, yeah. Opportunity fire on aircraft is insane for Yaks. Probably the unit that benefited the absolute most from that, because they can just dive in and kill many things so easily at once, like in one strafe. They're now a true strafing unit. Really nice kiting from Happy. As soon as he heard the V2s coming in, he kept his units moving. So, yeah, he's able... Ooh, wow, not only denying 2 harvesters, but also getting rid of the refinery via friendly fire. In the middle, though, PointOne was not allowed to push through. He's deploying his own mine belt. That is a very weird location for a mine belt that denies your own infantry the access to, to pushing any further. I'm not a big fan of that. And, like, my money is on this being to the detriment of PointOne. Ooh. Losing his scouting unit, unfortunately. By the way, there is not a single anti-air gun deployed just yet for Rob. Ooh, ho, ho, ho. Widow connecting so nicely, though. His helicopter artillery mic are just a little bit better there than PointOne's. And Happy, forced to sound the retreat. Again, didn't find much. There are 2 armies now converging. We're seeing, okay. The mine belt is gonna grow. This is just the thing. Oh, There's also a medium tank in the back lines. Ooh, tier 3s. There is so much to talk about. That's what I love about team games and I hate at the same time. Like, if you want to properly cast team games, you need like a co-caster or something. Ooh. Getting 2 Yaks. There's the first Mammoth already out for Ofris. So Ofris definitely been rushing his tier 3 even faster, but as Soviets that is always a good choice. I love that. Yeah, Mammoth tank production is firing up for both. Okay. Didn't get... Ooh, that was close. Didn't get the Conyard there. And still a pretty good defensive line, so this army got intercepted before it could do any real damage. Mammoth tanks very slow to rotate, but rotate they will eventually. Bottom layer, okay, that was just the light tank timing out there. Okay, thus far the mine belt has not yet hurt anyone. Not a single mine has been triggered yet. That is kind of the luck of the draw. But also, it's kind of the fate of most mine belts in this game. Alright, that's a massive force now. Mass medium tanks. I honestly don't think it's gonna connect too well here though. There's just too many rockets and also some mechanics. Keep in mind, mechanics are gonna be so invaluable. Oh, ho, ho! Just as I say that, Caster's Curse. Yikes! 4 tanks being killed on the mines. That is a not insignificant amount of value there. I think PointOne forgot to change his rally point from the looks of it. Yeah. That is just another medium down the drain. But on the other side, oh, parabomps are coming in. Are they gonna connect onto something? Nope, nope. Not gonna land on anything right there. Happy just keeping his forces moving, and despite the vector being pretty good, and obviously you can choose the vector now, so that was a deliberate choice by Ofris. It was still like, with the added time that it takes for the paradrop or parabombs to land, it just isn't as easy anymore to get crazy wipes. Oh, but the other half of his forces that he has split off is gonna besiege the base there. Probably not gonna get us very far because there's double Tesla coils. Oh yeah, still a good hustle. So with that out of the way right now, it's pretty even. Both teams actually having access to most of... Oh, I see a chrono tank. I see Tanya. I see an IC as well. IC plus nuke silo. Hell yeah, we haven't had a tier 3 actual late game scenario in a very long time. Oh, the chrono tanks. Nice blinks. Really good blinks there. Getting a mad value for the chrono tanks. That's what I want to see. Widow absolutely making German high-tech work for himself there. That was such a cost-efficient hold. He lost nothing. Didn't even lose the pillbox there. Fantastic. Okay, an Iron Curtain being fired, probably a bit prematurely. And that is gonna clue Happy in that, like, he's deploying a counter curtain and the go button. And this is just straight up go town for him right there. This time there's no Ukrainian care package to save him. Oh, there's a counter nuke out for Happy though. Let's see, 3 minutes on the parabomb timer. So that just kills a refinery, but the harvesters survive. Alright. Alright. Ooh, killing a mammoth tank, very good. And is he gonna get away? No, I think the pathing is gonna screw that one up. Ooh, still alive technically. And I think the Yak. No, the Yak doesn't connect either. That is gonna be a mammoth tank surviving. The mammoth tank who lived. Man, that was so close. Self-healing is gonna have so much value here. Mammoth tanks, if you can retain them, are insane. Because you just snowball out of control. You retain your mammoth tanks, your opponent barely kills them, loses a lot of stuff, and then rinse and repeat. You just go back in as soon as they're fully healed again. 3 mammoth tank dispatch here. Trying to find a hole in the defenses, but there are no holes. There's a spoiler alert. This is a full-fledged Maginot line there. There's no breaking this. If they're facing away from you, it's actually quite smart to use hijackers, but when does your opponent ever have his mammoths face away from you? You usually want to face your opponent. Man, what an infantry cluster as well. Happy really has got a massive force there. There's no breaching. I don't understand why PointOne is bashing his head against this. Ooh, paradrop dispatch. Okay, so where's the tech tree? No way, you gotta be kidding me. That medium is still there. I think even Widow forgot about it. It's just passively gaining value. Ooh, that is nasty. Tier 3 is also out for point 1 in a very exposed location, might I, if I say so myself. Like, if this base ever gets wiped, which there is a potential for a wipe, then Tier 3 is forfeit as well. Oh, happy pressing the go button. He thinks he's got the upper hand here. There are no shock troopers. Like, shock troopers would be really good into this blob, but obviously Ofris is not Russia, he's Ukraine, so he's still got some time left on the... Wait a sec. Oh, there it is, 1 minute. Okay, counter curtain being deployed, and that just forces the... I honestly think Happy could have kept pushing. There weren't that many forces, and like with mammoth tanks, you can still single out the ones that are not curtained. So this was definitely maybe a bit conservative. Maybe a bit of a conservative play, but he didn't know how many forces awaited him, so I guess hindsight. Caster vision is 20/20. It's better than hindsight, it's like 25 out of 20. Oh, the artillery standoff, like, it's so hilarious. Both the Allied players are just having an artillery standoff, and the Soviet players are just clashing heads with mammoth tanks. It just shows the difference in playstyles. Allied players, they're just sitting back, you know, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, and all deploying some gap generators here and there. Oh, Ofris is out of position. He doesn't have much either, like his infantry corps got wiped. Ah, that might be a timing for him. Oh, wait, what did the chrono tank get here? Nothing. Nothing. This is gonna develop... This is gonna get hot on two fronts. This Cold War ain't gonna stay cold for very long. Okay, as per usual. PointOne sacking his hinds, or his longbows even. Ooh! Don't give him access to tier 3. Let him hard counter himself by building tier 3. That's the old meme. No, but seriously. The longbow probably a bit too far forward. So thus far the chrono tanks have gotten some really good value. Oh! That is a good value proposition on the power drop. Maybe not as much as he hoped to get, but still very impactful. Forced the infantry back, stalled the push. Oh, there's a demo. There's a demo, and the Iron Curtain is about to run out. Ooh! 2 mammoth tanks going down in the blast radius. Tesla Quill going down as well. What is this team game madness? Okay, PointOne has managed to retain a Black Hawk this time. They're just so important for vision. Oh, longbow v longbow duel. But I think... Oh, he's sniping the tech center, okay. No, that's not longbows, that's Black Hawks. I just get the model confused all the time. Finally, a Tesla Quill has been deployed, so that one backline tank has died. He's died a hero's death. And the artillery here are out of range of the anti-air gun, so... Ooh! This might maybe be a window to breach for PointOne. Let's see, another artillery has been deployed though. Oh, some sort of chrono shift. Okay, Ofris still chilling here. Yeah, PointOne is starting to push through, but... Tanya dies. And there is one artillery here. What a clusterfuck! This is exactly what I'm expecting out of team games here in OpenRA. Oh, the counter-artillery snipe. Nice. So yeah, that's basically the base being breached. No more forces for Widow except that little dispatch of infantry. And it's looking relatively bleak for Team 2. Right-hand side is starting to fall behind on all metrics. Doesn't have an infantry corps anymore. Doesn't have that big of an army composition here. Economy tab. Still like... Ooh, Ofris actually is the lowest asset. 60k, but it's still winnable. It is still in the cards. Okay, so that's the big moment. V2 hits connecting, that's so much damage onto the mammoths. Ofris has... There's a Tanya somewhere. Where's she? I couldn't see her there. Ah, she was here. Okay, here. I saw the 120 pop up. Really like the mobile radar jammer edition. Would be even better in addition with heavy armor. Oh, yikes. MCV gets pushed off. And I think Happy, while also being on 3 war factories, might I add. Okay, he didn't have the Iron Curtain ready again. Yikes. What a clusterfuck. This is just Going from crazy to like insanity levels cranked up to 11. So right now, PointOne on the receiving end there. We've seen... Okay. Oh! Oh, that was a chrono shift. That was a chrono shift at MCV. And that's gonna be a base push. Oh! This is gonna get mad value. I think he sees the missile silo as well. Ah, can't get into range of the Tesla though. Tesla is pretty close here. Oh my goodness. Is he gonna get the war factory as well? It's happening. Oh my goodness. One of the war factors of PointOne going down. This is just a clusterfuck. And Happy is basically idle with his army there. PointOne pushing through though, so an eye for an eye, a base for a base. Oh! Tanya got killed somehow. But there, the missile silo is going down, and that's a big one. Let's see what's the support power tab at. 20 seconds on Ofris' nuke. Oh! His Iron Curtain is being whittled down by a single rifleman. Please don't let that kill it. Oh no. He should pull his Autrax. Ah! Okay, that's the IC being fired, so he doesn't want to lose the Conyard. Sacking the missile silo in the process, though, probably. Or is the bunker enough to hold? Let's see. Oh! The missile got launched, and oh, it's gonna launch onto the entire army of Happy. Does Happy know? How did he know? Spy got in somewhere? He got spy locked, I just don't know where. Oh my goodness, despite him being way out of blast radius, he's still got so much there. All the infantry of Happy has basically died. And that's the... that's like the mammoths. Mammoths have started exiting the garage. And have decided to finally contribute in this war. Holy cow. That is a critical mammoth mass. I don't think Happy can contest anymore with the loss of his infantry corps. And just this little infantry dispatch doing so much damage to Happy's base. That is a very dynamic team game. I really enjoy that. So big shout out to Who Cares. The mines. I've not done anything. I see 3 mines being detonated. No! The rifleman kills a longbow. Here we had... No way. Here with the rifleman from Happy. Kill the Iron Curtain. Really? I mean, he's got 2 riflemen. It's all he needs. Kill the missile silo and the tech center. And then GG. Ooh, parabombs! Oh no, this time Happy just not quick enough on the dodge button. Ooh. Again, Happy losing his entire infantry corps, losing mammoth tank after mammoth tank. It's not looking good for Happy anymore. What a turnaround. And this defensive line, you don't want to touch that. Basically, you just need to contain it with artilleries before it spreads. Oh, that would also be a valuable target. Just randomly sniping gem mines there. My goodness, this little infantry dispatch completely unstoppable. Where's Happy's army? Happy doesn't have an army anymore. The Chronosphere really turned the tide in this game. What is happening? Okay, PointOne counter besieging with artillery positions, counter sieging his own main base. That's where this game has got us. That is very solid. I love that. Also, no one took the... As per usual, as is customary in this map, no one had put the actual effort in to take this. This is actually, like, the supply truck carries a crate. It's 500 buckaroos. Man, Ofris is a mammoth garage there. He's got the big... He's the big money player in this game. Despite him being almost down and out in the mid game. I think now it's time... nasty hit. No, too many base defenses. There's no way they're breaching this. PointOne is... Oh, Tanya dies as well. PointOne is being very ambitious here. I don't think he's gonna get it. Ah! The Black Hawk is being pushed away from killing the artillery. That's hilarious. Doesn't even kill the Tesla coil. Yikes. That is rough. That is an absolutely brutal turn of events here. And now we've got 10 mammoths. 9 mammoths, but, you know, close enough. He's got an infantry dispatch that he never took care of, and, you know, he let it fester. Just like a little blister that you let fester for a very long time. It's eventually going to develop into a very nasty infection. And very nasty backline infection on Happy's base there indeed. He is getting GG pushed right now. Mammoth tanks, unstoppable. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it was a combination of the support powers. I really, really love this game. This is one of those games that is not decided on army engagements alone and army size and army mass. This was just underhanded tactics all the way to the bank. We've seen like one tank in the eco lines decimating 3 ore trucks. We've seen a nuke being fired and decimating Happy. We've seen the parabombs decimating Happy. We've seen the demo truck decimating Happy. So yeah, it was back to square one for him like 3 times over. And there was just no answer. And on the other side of the map, there was just no progress being made by PointOne. He was not able to breach this fortified position. Mostly on the back of like, he had a good window to break this here, but then the chrono tanks swooped in and killed the infantry assault. That was an amazing game. I really thoroughly enjoyed that. We were also on such a, we were at that extent of late game where both allied players had their tech satellites up. That is a very rare sight to behold. Yeah, so with that, I'm gonna leave you with the images here of this neutral fleet that is just here to, stationed here to observe, I guess. That's been an awesome game. I'm hoping for some more of this. There's hopefully more where that came from. Let's have Who Cares send us more 2v2 replays, because that was insane. And well played by all players. And underhanded tactics prevailing over big army mass. That is my jam. So yeah, thank you guys and girls for watching. I'll see you next time. 5 Aces out.
Battle control terminated.